Hello friends, my name is Nihir Mandovra and welcome to the 9th grammar lesson. In this lesson, we will discuss all about verbs. So verbs are very important part in English and I would highly recommend you to watch this video till the end as you will get to know the basics around verbs. Please take a pen or pencil and a book. If you find anything new, please write in it. Pause the video or rewind it if you don't get any concept. Okay, so let's get started. Firstly, let's quickly remember what we have covered in our previous videos. Do you remember this chart of parts of speech? I am sure that you do. From the 8 parts of speech, we have already covered about the first 2 parts of speech, that is nouns and pronouns, in our previous videos. Please check those videos if you haven't already or if you need to revise any of them. I have given the links in the description. In this video, we are going to discuss about the third and very important part of speech, that is verbs. So let's begin. So what exactly is a verb? Verb is the main part of the sentence. Verb tells us 2 things about the subject: an action or activity performed by the subject or a state of being of the subject. In other words, state or situation of the subject. Let me give you some examples of action verbs. What is this boy doing in this image? He is running, right? So, run is an action verb. What is this batsman doing? He is playing. So, play is an action verb. Now let's look at the state of being type of verbs, or also called as stative verbs. They define the state of subject. This is an image of a boy. We say Ram is a boy. So is here is a state verb as it defines the state whether he is a boy or girl. In this image, the boy feels very tired. So, feels here is a stative verb as it defines the state of boy. Let's look into some sentence examples of them. First, let's see for action verbs. First, children reads book regularly. Here, what is the action performed by children? It is reading. So, read is an action verb. Second, Superman is flying in the sky. Here, what is the action performed by Superman? It is flying. So, flying is an action verb. Third, I ride bicycle regularly. Here, what is the action that I perform with cycle? It is riding. So, ride is an action verb. Now, let's look into the state verbs. They define the state or situation of subjects. First, she feels happy today. Here, what is the state of girl? It's feeling happy. So, feels is a state verb. Second, I am a boy. Here, how we define whether he is a boy or not? Using am as a state verb. Third, he is a policeman. Here, the state of that person is that he is a police. So, is used as a state verb here. So remember, verbs tell about the action or state of subject. Now verbs are mainly divided into 2 parts: main verbs and auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. So what are main verbs? Main verbs are the words that actually shows the action or activity of subject. They can stand alone without the help of any other verbs. Examples of them are read, sleep, eat, run. All these words can exist independently and provide complete meaning to the sentence. Let me give you some sentence examples of them. Sun shines. Here, what is the activity of sun? It is shining. So, shines is a main verb here. Bus stops. Here, what is the action bus performs? It is to stop. So, stops is a main verb here. Car runs. Here, what is the activity or action performed by the car? It is running. So, run is a main verb here. Now, let's look into auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. They give more meaning to the main verb. They cannot stand alone, which means they require main verb for their existence. Examples of them are is, has, do, did. These are referred to as main helping verbs, and will, shall, may, can, could, might, must. These are called modal auxiliary verbs. Let me give you sentence examples to make you clear about them. For the first example, we are using helping verb may. Look at this sentence, bus may. Can you understand what this sentence is saying about bus? Bus may what? Now look at the complete sentence. Bus may stop. Here we are telling that bus may stop. That is, we are not sure whether it will stop or not, but it is giving complete meaning to the sentence. So, helping verb is may here and main verb is stop. Let's look into the second example, will. Now look at this sentence, Sita will. Does this statement convey any meaning about the subject Sita? No, it doesn't. Now look at the complete sentence, Sita will come. Here we have used come, which is the main verb, with will as a helping verb. Now let's look into the last example, must. Now look at this sentence, they must. Here the verb must is of no meaning to the sentence if it is not followed by any main verb. Now look at this sentence, they must eat. Now we have a meaningful sentence conveying that they must eat the food. Here must is a helping verb and eat is a main verb. That's all in this video. Let's quickly go through what we have learned. Firstly, we discussed about verbs and what they tell about the subject. They tell two things about the subject: the action that subject performs and the state in which subject is currently in. Then we discussed about two main types of verbs: main verbs and auxiliary or helping verbs. That's all in this video. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please write in the comment sections. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Do share the video so others can learn, and do subscribe to the channel to get regular updates about the course.